What a start to the day in Boston. 2 games down, 4 left. Up next, Power takes on the enemies here at TD Garden. Remaining games today on Big 3 TV. Up next, Ghost Ballers and the Three-Headed Monsters. It ends with Tri-State and the Aliens. Well, the standings loaded at the top. Trilogy, winner today. Killer 3's winner earlier in this one. All with 4 wins on Power and the triplets. That coming back with Avery Johnson. So, Hesiod with 35, win for Trilogy. Franklin Session, big game for the Killer 3's. Who stars next? We're going to find out. It's been a great day here in Boston.
This has been an incredible day. I just spent some time talking to the commissioner of the Big 3, Clyde the Glide Drexler. He's so pleased with what he's seen on the court, the product, the entertainment, the isolation. ISO Joe didn't play as well today, but when you talk about Hesiod and Franklin Sessions, good things come in small packages.
Oh yeah, said by the little general. Well, the enemies as good as any team lately in the Big 3. Big reason why, the play of Elijah Stewart.
Yeah, when you look at this game 3, Elijah Stewart, man, he's another guy that can play from behind the three-point line. He can get the ball to the basket. Look at how he scored the ball in the last 2 weeks. And defensively, man, he takes charges, he blocks shots, and he's always in the right place at the right time.
But this duo scoring the big clip lately, Glenn Rice and Royce White.
Yeah, this duo has been sensational. Royce White, 15 points last week. Glenn Rice, 15 points. But these guys can easily go for 20. And I love when Glenn Rice gets in a situation when the shot clock is going down. He gets quality shots for Coach Nancy Lieberman.
Here are the rosters. Cuttino Mobley, the captain. Power, they're 4-1. The enemies, you've got Isaiah Austin as well with Quincy Miller. That's a good tandem up front for the enemies.
Yeah, good tandem in front. And Coach Nick Young, I guess they're going to stay with the same situation.
Swaggy P, acting coach for the enemies again. But on the other side, arguably the best coach in this league, a champion, Nancy Lieberman, 4th year leading Power.
Yeah, the way Nancy looks, she can be a player coach and give the Power a few minutes.
The best, and going to be on the broadcast coming up with Brian Scalabrine when this one's over. First 50 wins, key rules in the Big 3, no game clock, and Avery, 1 free throw for 2, or 3 from the line if you're fouled shooting 3, or 1 shot for 4 if you're fouled at the circle.
Yeah, and I like the 1 free throw for 2 because I'm also interested in the speed of the game. Sometimes in sports, even baseball, they've changed some rules now to try to speed the games up a little bit more, keep the fans' attention. And Elijah Stewart's going to keep the fans' attention if he knocks down 3s like that consistently today.
Tough shot. Stewart last week, big game with 21 against the Killer 3's in the win. Rice, fadeaway 3, missed the rim. Stewart with the cleanup. 5-0 enemies beginning this one.
We arrived here a couple hours before the game.
Yep.
And the one guy that was out here in a hard, deep workout and sweat was Cuttino Mobley. So I want to see if he can maybe have one of those games where he scores, 16 or 18 points tonight to help the Power. He said he was going to feel better and better each week as the season wears on. He thinks he's going to get stronger and stronger.
Mobley is 37. But I lied. But he plays with great youthful exuberance. And Avery, when he hits shots early in halves, makes a big difference for Power.
Yeah, and age is just a number. How many times, over the years when the Big 3 first launched, we had Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Yep.
He was still playing and he was defying age. Just a number.
Here's Mobley, the captain, scored 9 last week for Power, and a victory against the Ghost Ballers. Jordan Crawford, one of the best scorers in the league, pulls up the 2, rims out, and Austin with cleanup. Spins, and we'll get a free throw for 2.
And if you notice from a matchup standpoint, Cuttino and, I think he's kind of the associate head coach of the team.
Yes.
He's starting out on Isaiah Austin because they want Royce White to guard Elijah Stewart as much as possible.
Mobley hits the three. Tied at 5. So Rice, Mobley, White for power against Crawford, Austin, and Stewart for the enemies.
And it looks like when Stewart doesn't have the ball, they're going to try to just deny him the basketball back and force other guys to score. But Mobley, man, again, he was a guy that was out here early. That shot he made, at 1.9 out of 10 as he was warming up, and he's got carryover into the game.
You remember as Rice comes up short, wanted a foul. Mobley with the Rockets, one point in his career, scored nearly 22 a game, his best scoring season in 2001-2002 down in Houston. Rice, quick release, rimmed out again, and Stewart there for the rebound. Stewart denied.
And that's what we're talking about with a guy like Royce White. He is an exceptional defender.
No, Stewart off the big game against Killer Threes last week in Miami. White to the rim, missed it, but there for the follow.
And that's similar to what Frank Sessions was doing in the last game, that second jump, the second effort. The enemies can win this game. This will be another team that can rise to that 4-2 mark.
Power trying to be the first with 5. Rice with the triple. Just like Glenn Rice Sr.
Yeah, and Isaiah Austin that time got a little bit confused. Gave Rice a wide open window.
Austin facing up. White staying with him. Gets the bounce against a quality defender.
Yeah, unfortunately for power, looked like White tapped Austin on the right elbow, and those fouls in the big 3.
No. White for 3. Mobley gets the long rebound.
Nice
White
pass.
on the cut, rimmed out.
Got to finish those. Sometimes they come few and far between, especially in the...
Austin for 3. That's Crawford passing up, drives to the basket.
This will be a back down by Cat here.
Pulls up. Good pace, power by 1. Backdoor, Crawford to switch and the finish.
And what was beautiful about that pass, Austin passed the ball away from the defense. He was like a quarterback leading a wide receiver.
Timeout. And the enemies up by 1 early on. Game number 3 continues after this.
We're going to run Maggette, okay? TJ, you're going to start over here. Yes. So, Glenn, use the screen. Make everybody kind of go this way, okay? Royce, you have got to get out. Don't linger. Get in and get out because TJ is following you.
led by Lady Magic. Power 4-1 entering today. Only loss was week 2. Dallas lost by 20 against Tri-State, but they won 3 in a row and 4 of their 5 here in 2023.
And it's definitely been a total team effort. They haven't relied on one guy. Get 3 guys in double figures, and you got T.J. Klein, Nancy Lieberman's son, coming off the bench, providing that energy. He only plays one speed, one way every day.
And the cutting.
Yes, hard.
Just terrific. Klein, White, Rice, Power against Crawford, Quincy Miller, and Elijah Stewart. Stewart hitting the clock with the triple. He's got 10.
Yeah, that's the easiest 3. That corner 3, penetrating pitch. Some folks call it driving kick, penetrating pass. Just solid basketball.
Rice for 4. Too much. Long rebound. Royce White. Rice again from 3. No. Boy, Klein's all over the place.
Yeah, Power has a solid 4-man rotation.
Missed the rim. Rice lays it in. Now Crawford, 3rd in the big 3 at 20 per game. Don't want to miss the rim, shooting 3.
Yeah, we saw that in game 1. Frank Sessions missed the entire basket, but it didn't slow him down.
No.
He stayed aggressive.
Stewart, another basket with 12 now for the enemies. Sessions scored 28 game 2 against the triplets. White all day to nail the 3.
That's one of the things I talked to Royce White before game 1, week 1 in Chicago. I said, how do you feel coming into this season? He said, Coach Avery, I feel like I'm going to shoot the ball a lot better from the outside.
He's right. A high low, Klein before the shot, fouled by Stewart. Power by 1. Nancy Lieberman coaching her squad. Hey, Nancy.
Go screen! Go screen! Go screen!
Hey, Nancy with us.
Go rebound, go rebound, go rebound.
Akil Mitchell turns in and out, but a foul. He's going to get a shot for 2. Hey, Nancy, your thoughts early on. Your squad leading by 1 here against the enemies.
I think her thoughts would be, hey, get the ball inside.
Focus. I apologize, Nancy, wearing the earpiece, but obviously locked in with her team.
I don't know if Royce White got injured, but he's stretching his right groin there near the Power bench.
Miller, quick release. Hits a tough 3. Whoa, Quincy Miller.
That was a tough shot. I don't know if that's necessarily his game.
No. But it worked.
Yeah.
Off the miss. Stewart. Jordan Crawford. He's been great this year. Doubled. Miller thought about it. Again. Nearly made 2 in a row. Crawford off the bounce. The 3 is good.
But see, in a situation like that, Crawford made that shot, but Elijah Stewart with the hustle on that live ball offensive rebound. That's a lot of times when you can create 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s off of turnovers and offensive rebounds. It's the best time to get a wide open 3. Or when you're double teaming a post like the enemies double team Klein in that situation.
Miller with the loose ball foul for the enemies. That's their 4th of this first half. And Mobley's going to re-enter in place of Rice.
Yeah, and you notice Coach Lieberman is rotating a lot of her guys early on. I guess she realizes you can't win this game. It's not the 1st to 25, it's the 1st to 50. So look like she's trying to keep her guys fresh. So it'll be interesting to see how long Royce White stays on the sideline, on the bench.
Klein pulls up, Short gets the rebound. And going to the line for a free throw for 2. Trying to end a 6-0 mini run by the enemies at the moment. But Nick Young is going to bring the fire and let Boston know about it.
And Nick Young did a really nice job last week when the enemies beat Killer Crease 50-41, filling in for Gilbert Arenas.
Yep. Klein against Stewart. Klein spins over the basket. Goaltend, count it. And Klein, little Matumbo finger wag at Stewart.
That's a very, very easy call. You do not need to watch this challenge.
They're going to review it.
All right. Our first review took, what, 10 seconds?
This is rare to challenge a call that was made during Bring the Fire.
Right.
Coach, what do you think?
Bucket power.
I mean, do you have a playing a catch, shout it out, go grab, like you got to be somewhere?
No. Ball's on the way down.
Yep.
This is such an easy call.
Unsuccessful challenge, the power of the floor stands, goaltend. Thank
Basket,
you.
goaltend,
Yes,
Bring the Fire.
Yeah. I was trying to coach the officials.
Good job.
Yeah, did you see during one of the timeouts, or maybe it was halftime of game 2, all of the kids that were participating in the layup drill?
Yeah.
That's probably as many kids as we've had in one game, man. Amazing turnout.
This has been a great start to the day in Boston. We say that a lot in many cities. As Stewart fires and hits a tough 3, nearly fit the break at TD Garden. Enemies by 6 against Power.
Yeah, they're balling. They're playing outstanding ball. Coach Swaggy P is coaching them up, and here's Elijah Stewart here. Nice little isolation move. Step back. All net on this three-point shot.
At the break of Game 3, Boston up to 6 today. Enemies by 6 over Power here from Beantown. That comeback with Avery Johnson. So Power 4-1 entering this one here today. But the enemies get 15 from Stewart. They lead by 6 at the break here in Boston today.
Yeah, Elijah Stewart has been incredible. When you look at the Stewart-Crawford combination, it's two of the best 1-2 punches in all of the big three. Both of those guys can pass, dribble, and shoot. They're dangerous from behind the three-point line, inside the three-point line, mid-range. And they play extremely hard on the defensive end. And here Stewart against Cuttino Mobley mastered this step-back shot. You got to be able to find him. He sticks with it, gets his shot blocked, rejection. He knows failure isn't final. Nice penetrating pitch there, two-man game with he and Crawford. And man, when he goes to that pet move with that step-back left-handed, left side three, he's you can always count on him.
He made 3 threes. Enemies made 5 in that first half. Power made 3. It's a good thing they did because the enemy shot the ball. Power within 6, but work to do beginning this half. Royce White earlier went to the locker room. Avery's down on the bench. So we get the second. So we'll keep an eye on Royce White. His availability for Power down by 6 now.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Royce White. Looked like he injured his right groin. He made that 3 from the right corner, and I don't know if something happened in between.
Rice following missed. Stewart.
And now because of it, Power's not the same team defensively to start this second half without Royce White.
They've got to kill Mitchell with Rice, Mobley. High-low, Mitchell knocked out by Stewart with 1 on the 14. Enemies Miller, Crawford, and Stewart.
And it's pretty interesting how these teams that are 3-2, you saw it in our last game. Now you have another team in the enemies that's 3-2 that's trying to make up some ground.
Miller, wow, ankle breaker, down the lane, and stuff. Whoa, Miller, gotta respect the shot.
Man, we talking about Miller being a live body this week, and you always need an X factor.
Len Rice Jr., nice finish. Mentioned the balance, Avery. Last week, White, Rice, each with 15. Miller, pull up, it's an air ball. White back.
Yeah, and a lot of times with big guys, when they make a 3, and you think you got to go out there and guard them, now he shot fakes and drives to the basket and finishes with the little mini dunk. I wouldn't
some
quite
mini dunks back in your day, right?
No, never. In my dreams, I wouldn't call that a flush or a monster slam. You see where I'm going?
I see.
Monster slam.
I got you. Here's Rice with the finish.
I know Scal interviewed him in the last game, but I'm so happy Jaylen Brown came to support the Big 3 this week here at Boston.
It's been a great day. Not even halfway through, but as he got with a Big 3 record, scored 35 in Game 1 for Trilogy. Then Session, terrific for the killer threes, and the crowd has been terrific so far here in Boston.
And 1.
As expected.
I think we should go away for 90 seconds.
Rice with 11 now for Power. They're back within 4.
Yeah, and look for Power to try to make a move here, and the enemies trying to hold them off. I think they'll live with Miller, even though he made that 3 early. That's part of their strategy.
Miller pulls up. And the big guy with the long mid-range too.
Man, I don't know what Miller's workout routine was about this week, but he's come in with the right focus. You know, here's a guy that only had 4 points last week, and now, you know, he's, what does he have, 7?
7.
Tapped
in.
Ball
Out
was,
by White.
yeah, that ball was almost in the cylinder.
31-27, the enemies with the lead. Miller, another three. In and out, almost went down.
And you look like Coach Swaggy P is not really upset with any of those shots.
Oh, hit the rim. Needed to be cleared. Wait a minute. That was pretty obvious, Avery.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the right side below the rim. I'll tell you what, man, Miller's playing with a lot of confidence. If he can be that consistent third scorer, last week Isaiah Austin had 9 points, so he was almost approaching double. He was right approaching double figures. So you know what you can depend on from Crawford and Stewart.
Get a look at the last play. Let's get confirmation. No doubt.
You make the call, Ed. We have Scalabrini and Coach Nancy Lieberman taking us home with the last three games.
That's a quick pivot by Nancy.
That's a lot of pressure on us, Ed.
Bringing the best to close, right? I've had a great time.
Yeah, no, it's been fun today.
Challenge is successful. Power ball, reset 14 on the shot clock.
So Power will get it. It's clear to the three-point line, and Crawford either didn't know it hit the rim the entire way or tried to make it stick.
Yeah, and it's good for the fans to know that the refs, they're trying to get it right, man. They want to be accurate in every situation. And that's why I'm glad we can review those plays.
Yeah, these games, it's worth noting, is Mobley hits a three with a hand in his face. 1 point game.
Man, Cat, look at the rotation on his ball, man. He's balanced.
Off the screen, Crawford slips it. Miller in one.
That was one of the best offensive possessions that we've seen today. Ball movement, player movement. Look at this little slip, pick and roll, pocket pass. Defense is slow to. With Rice Jr., he's 1 or 2 steps slow, and now Miller makes him pay. But what a beautiful left-handed pass by Crawford.
Swaggy P, he's gotta love it. Nick Young. Miller converts.
Swaggy P has benched himself. I'm just gonna be the coach part of the player coach.
Glenn Rice. No good, but he'll shoot a free throw for 2. The prophet of swag.
Swaggy is saying, hey, I'm multi-dimensional. I can play, I can coach. If you need me to go and be the general manager of the enemies, I can do it all. Look at this, man. This is very impressive.
No offense, H0, but the enemies are destroying teams with Nick Young leading the way.
Yeah, that's for an extension.
Cube, if you're watching, make it happen.
And he's coaching against an outstanding coach in Nancy Lieberman. All of our coaches do a really good job. We're one of the few leagues that the continuity of our coaches coming back. All of our coaches from last year returned this year.
All 12.
All 12.
For 3 straight years. Jaylen Brown, reason to smile. Stewart the block. Miller missed it. Tip no good. Wow, too good to be true. Klein.
This will be a spin. There it is.
Well, they waved it off. Technical foul. Count the basket, but Klein teed up.
So here comes the spin that we predicted. And then after the spin, Klein had some sort of a comment. I don't know if there was some obscenity in his language, but I thought he just said bucket.
Got the tech. Enemies with the lead here in Boston.
It's about to go down. Get your cell phone cameras out. Because we got a hell of a show for you right now. Give it up for M.O.P.
I'm sorry,
Here in Boston, it's a party. Let's go inside Power Huddle with Lady Magic and Ashley Lieberman.
They picked 5 threes. They're playing you with the dribble to step back and shoot. We take away the 3, and we're good to go. Bishop on. Don't play tough. No, it's okay.
One of the best, most prepared coaches in the Big Three title in 2018. Hour down 6 against the enemies, 30-32.
yeah, you got to coach your team up, especially during timeouts. You got to give them some hope, tell them what the adjustments are, and all of our guys are smart. They know the coaches are not just being critical; they're coaching. When the player thinks coaching becomes critical, then you've lost your team.
MLP, the entertainment during the break here in Boston.
You just never know at the Big Three what type of entertainment is going to show up. Because of the relationship in the hip-hop and rap industry, hey, you just never know. That's why you come out and check out the Big Three. You're not only going to be entertained by basketball, but there's going to be some entertainer that's going to show up and put on the show for the fans.
At the time this year, well, Big Three first 50 wins, 50 years of hip-hop celebrated this summer, going back to 1973.
Next week we're in Charlotte, so who knows who's going to show up in Charlotte.
On this game, action from both sides. Let's take a look at the standings in the Big Three. Winners today, Trilogy and the Killer Threes. So you have 4 sides with 4 wins. If you're the enemies, hey, you're not out of it yet, but you've got to stay within those other teams if you want a chance at making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think teams that drop and lose that 3rd game, it's time's going to run out.
MOP delivers here in Boston. Gotta love it.
Hey, the
Youthful
fans,
exuberance.
the fan loved it. Hey, none of our fans, we're accusing them of falling asleep here at this very entertaining Big Three. But if there's one fan that fell asleep he or she, they're awake now. MOP woke them up.
Davis coming for you. You know the voice. Crawford backdoor. Stewart around and in. They can feel it up by 8.
Man, and that, you talking about waking somebody up. Somebody went to sleep on defense, and Stewart went back door and caught the defense sleeping.
Glenn Rice off the screen. Mitchell doubles. Broken up. Fouled.
So here it is, Crawford, Glenn Rice Jr. lost his man in ball, or maybe he saw the ball, he lost his man.
Nice roll. Mitchell will get a free throw for 2. Hey, for the enemies in the midst of a 9-2 run.
Yep, and I think in this situation, you know, if they're fortunate the power to make this free throw, Cuttino Mobley not only has to be reinserted in the game, he's got to stay in the game for the duration if they want to have a chance to win.
Want the shooting. Crawford, corner shoot, 3, it's good! Oh, the crossover and the stroke in the corner.
I couldn't say nothing but that's not a vocabulary word. It's just an expression, Ed.
But we got it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Leads 11. No look skip. Klein. Nice answer. They really needed that.
Yeah.
Stewart, Crawford, Miller to the enemies. Stripped, but a foul. Klein, gotta be careful. Got teed up earlier.
Right. And why we talking about twisting ankles today? This is another situation where 2 teammates got tangled there, and it led to a Crawford 3.
Can't bring the fire on that last foul.
One thing that did was allow Nancy Lieberman to get Cuttino Mobley back in the game.
Austin missed the rim.
Somebody's open.
It's Stewart.
Oh, he wish he could have that one.
Mobley, before the shot, fouled. That's number 4 in the enemies.
Smart foul by the enemies in that situation.
It is.
You had a point of no return. That's what you're talking about when you have high basketball IQ. That's an
Still with
example.
one to give, too.
Yeah.
Rice, tough runner. Klein, yes.
We're doing all of this with Royce White being on the bench.
43-37 enemies. Crawford dancing with it. Jordan Crawford. Oh, corner 3. Another one. Wow. What'd you say last time?
I said, but I'm going to say this. What a majestic move. That was just, you're a Broadway guy, right? Yeah, you're a Broadway guy.
That was majestic. That was lovely. Rice for 3. Banked it in. But enemies point game with a 4-point shot.
And we know the 4-point shot is within Stewart and Crawford's range. But they'll take the best shot here.
Crawford, this a 3. Stewart, big rebound and the putback.
And talked about Stewart's athleticism coming into this game. That he's another guy in the big three with that second, third, and fourth jump over the taller Glenn Wright Jr. that time.
Mobley for 4. Klein wins the battle. Mobley, three-pointer. And the enemies can win with the next basket. Boston pounded. Leads in the front. Gets it. Wave it goodbye in Boston. It's Austin and the enemies. Winners against power.
You're right. Austin and Boston. Isaiah Austin, he had the favorable matchup against TJ Klein. His teammates Crawford and Stewart were denied, and that was a solid, excellent offensive decision.
Taking a road trip to Austin, Massachusetts. So, Shams at the top with 5, each with at least 4 wins.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to coach in the summer at a summer camp called Jammin' Hoops Camp. This is jamming right here in the Big Three.
Coach, always a pleasure. Final score, Game 3, Power falling to the enemies, 50-40. For Avery Johnson, our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen, saying so long from Boston. 3 games left. Vance Calabrini, Nancy Lieberman will take you home. From Boston, we continue after this.